how we create function level components in React.js. Welcome to Coding Locker, guys. This is Chandra Shwaryani, and this is the playlist where we are trying to learn React.js with Scratch. So in this part, what we will focus, before I start this part, one important update which I always provide, that I am going to focus only on the practical parts. We will not go more in theory. Second, what my priority while creating this playlist, that we should learn the React in minimum time. You should not, guys, need to watch 15 hours of tutorial or 20 hours of tutorial. In the less time, we can cover all the function levels or all the features what React is proposing today. So I'm focusing on that thing. So in that order, we will focus today that how we can create the function level component really quick, how we can reuse this, how we can pass the dynamics values in the function level components, and how we can make use of the JavaScript inbuilt functions as well. And at last, we will see how children's works in function level component. Okay, now let me open my code. So you can see, let me open my code. Okay, now you can see here, this was the part, this is the part 4. In the previous one, we have seen that how we can create the React configure, actually locally React application, how we can create hello world function level component, and we have seen what is JSXXYZ things, right? Maybe we can get rid of this code now. Next is we need to create a component. So to create a component, also I will try to make sure that we always go with the best practices, not just doing or creation of a function level component, how we can do it in a more professional way, right, and most recommended way. So let's suppose I'm creating an employee. Let me delete this. I don't remember what I selected. So first of all, let me create an employee folder here. Inside the folder, I will create a file called employee.js. Perfect. So we have this employee.js with us. So before I start writing function level component, it is important that we import something. So we have to import this React. This is the same way you can see in the app level components, which was the default one. So see, we are importing the React. So similarly, we need to import the React at first. Now, next, what you need to write a function like this. So basically, you can write like this, like function, and maybe return anything what you want to return. This is the one way. Also, you can maybe like create a simple function, because React component is just a function. If you are creating a function level component, so just simply create a function and return anything you want to return. But what we want to recommend you, or what is recommended, is that we should make use of the ES6 features, and which says we should make use of arrow functions. It is just the syntax which you need to follow, but other, if you were going with the other two options as well, which I have just shown you, the output would be the same. So I'll make use of the recommended one, the ES6 features. And for that, what I can do, I can create a variable called employee, and inside that I will create a function like this, and then create an arrow sign, and like this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to return what I want to return, a simple div like this inside the p tag. So you can say I am maybe coding locker employee. That is all I need to do. At last, we need to export this, and export default employee. So I have imported the React, created a JSX, then I'm exporting this. Now next, in the app.js, we have to make use of this employee. So before I make use of this, I need to import. So import what I want to import. I want to import employee, right? So in the employee, where is the path? So this is at employee, right? And we have again one more employee. Perfect. We do not need to write .js here. So we have added our employee. Next is we have to just use this here. So maybe we can call it here simply employee like this. And even we do not need to write this, simply this should be fine. So control KD just for the format's sake, let it compile, and once it compiles, we should see this HTML in our local host. Let's see, do we have or not? Let it compile. So wait for a couple of seconds. It is still compiling. Do we have any errors? Hope we should not. Yeah, we don't have any error. We don't need to open this console. I am coding locker employee. So we have seen how this can be created. Now, why we create in components? As we already explained that any website, right? Any website you create or any you think of, that everything is component. If I open this codinglocker.com and if we try to explain what it is, so you can see this is a menu bar. Then we have this cards. This we have the box. So what in React we do, we simply treat them as a component so that they can be reused at multiple places. If you would have created top rated videos as a card, then if you want to make use of this in the different panel as well, different page as well, then you can simply call this. So that's why we create the component. So if I say like this, employees, so this is a one page, I'm just showing an example, but wherever if you want to make use of these components, you can always uh, reuse them anywhere in the application wherever you need. So I have just saved this. It is compiling, and after some time we should see the output. Yeah, we have this one. So we have seen that how this can be reused. Next, how do we pass the dynamics value here? So to pass a dynamics value, we have really simple syntax again in React. Like I want to pass ABC, right? And if I provide another name, maybe XYZ, so 2 should be sufficient. And how do I get the output here? Simply make use of this props, and we can write like this, and the b tag like this, b tag just for the format sake. So what we need to do, props dot name. So make sure this is the case sensitive. So name should match with this, the name one. And for the formatting, I have used b tag. Now we should see something, some dynamic values in the output. I think I have saved. It is compiling. Let it compile. We have I am ABC coding locker employee and I am XYZ. So we have seen how we can pass the dynamics values. Then how to use JavaScript inbuilt functions here. Yes, in the curly braces, you can also make use of JavaScript functions. Maybe let's pass on one more parameter. Let's suppose this is an employee which has 2.4 years of experience, and let's suppose this is another employee which is having 2.9 years of experience. Now I want to make, I'm coding locker employee having gain props dot exp of experience. Now this experience I can convert into the round function, right? Math dot round, I think, and let me simply it like this. We do not have any error, so let me refresh this again. I don't need to actually refresh. I have just saved this, and we should see some output here. Let me check. It is compiling. Okay, I'm coding employee who is having 2. See, so 2.4 is converted into 2, whereas 2.9 is converted in 3. So maybe we can add a space here as well. Perfect. So we have seen how we can pass the dynamics values and how we can use the JavaScript inbuilt functions as well. You can make use of any JavaScript function, parse int, parse float, anything. Right now, last is how children's work in a function level components. Let's suppose there is an employee who has some children's. So children's means let's suppose you have created your function level like this, right? This is also fine. Now this has some sort of what we can say skills. The skills is any skills. Let's suppose my skills, right? And in a UL tag, let's add some of the skills, maybe Java script, and you can also add one more, let's suppose React JS. So you can see this first component does not have the children, whereas the second one has. So how do I print this, right? So there is a special property which already exists inside this props, that is the children. So if I write like this, props dot children, so what it will do, it would check whether we have the children or not. For the first one, it would say we do not have. For the second, we have. Maybe we can create one more. Third one, right? So it will skip for this one as well. So let me refresh and see what we have. You can see we have first employee. We do not have any skills. Just forget about the formatting. This should be fine. So we have another employee which has the skills, and the third one who does not have any skills. So that is how we can add the children. So we have seen how to create function level component. What is the best practice? Make use of the arrow functions. We have seen how this can be reused, and we have seen like in application and practically why we create the components and how it is becomes helpful for us. We have seen how to pass dynamic values, how we can use the JavaScript functions, and at last how children can be fitted into this function level component. That is all for this video. Thank you for being at Coding Locker, guys. If you guys have any query, any doubt, any problem, you can always text me or always ping me at any location. I'll be happy to answer you. Thank you for being at Coding Locker. Have a nice day. See you in the next video.